Yo, guys, welcome back to another video. This is another reaction to the Wandering Ravens channel. I did a reaction a few days ago to 17 things, 20 things the US does better than the UK. And I said I was actually going to react to 20 things the UK does better than the US. But I just saw this one pop up and I thought another fun one to do. I'm thinking I could start reacting to some of the videos from this channel, as long as I'm allowed to, of course. But before I get into this, check the video out, check the channel out, subscribe to them, because obviously you enjoyed the last reaction, so I'm assuming you will enjoy this channel. And I mean, yeah, show them some love, because obviously, again, people enjoy the videos that they do, and I obviously do as well. I'm probably going to split this in two parts, part one, part two. I'm probably going to split it like 50 and then 50 for the second part. And I mean, yeah, that's about it, to be honest. I can see Marmite on the screen already. I'm telling you right now, Marmite is the goated thing ever. I don't even go, fuck. Bro, I see people trying this on YouTube, yeah? I'm ranting already, I don't care. I see people trying this on YouTube, and they just try it on like a spoon, or like they try it on toast without like any butter or anything. The best way to have this, get some seeded brown bread, toast it of course, like have it just brownish a little bit but not too crispy. Get some butter, spread that, melt so the butter can melt. Get a little bit of Marmite, just spread it. It's hard to spread, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite annoying to spread. But again, don't have much of it. And I'm telling you, it's the best thing you can have. I mean, it's not actually my favourite thing, but it's up there. Marmite's banging, man. But yeah, we're gonna get into this one. I'm already running. I don't even know what's happening here. But yeah, before we get into this, quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter, links in the description for those interested. We're on the road to 6K on that, so on Instagram. So I'd appreciate you helping me get to that. But yeah, same for my Patreon, links were there for those interested. I recently reacted to the MJ halftime show, and it was really good. It was really fun to see, like, something that was, what, nearly 30 years ago. It's crazy to see the differences of how time changes and stuff. But yeah, links to that for those interested. But let's get into this, man. Let's see what they have to say in this video.
Marmite. In the UK, you either love it or hate it. In the USA, we simply don't have it.
That's bollocks, is something we do not say in the USA. In fact, we didn't even know what a...
Do I say bollocks? Do I say it? I swear I just said it in this video. I don't think do I say it? Have I? I don't think I say it, but I've probably said it like 100 times in my videos. That is the most British thing you can
bollock
say.
Was until we came to the UK. Hey guys, I'm Eric.
I'm Grace.
Wait.
With one.
Is bollocks not even a term in the US? I thought that was just a normal term.
Ravens.
We're a couple of Americans on a multi-month expedition around the UK, and today we are coming at you from our tiny, very crooked apartment here in Leeds. Trust me, I tried to fix this mirror, it won't straighten.
Oh no, now they're all gonna notice it. Don't look at the mirror. The topic of today's video is differences between the UK and USA. And today's is no measly list, because today we are bringing you 101 differences between the UK and USA. So grab yourself a cuppa and some digestives for dunking, and let's get started.
To get us through this mighty list, we've each got our tea and a pack of rich tea biscuits.
Oh my god, rich tea biscuit. I'm not as much of a fan of them. Like, I can't speak. I'm not as much as a fan. I used to be a bigger fan of these when I was younger. Not so much nowadays, because I've moved on to better things. But back in the day, because they're cheap, they're cheerful, you have a nice tea, and they just break so easy, and they're the best biscuits for tea. Oh my god, I loved rich tea biscuits back in the day. I'd get the cheapest versions from like the supermarkets. Literally a pack that's probably got like 30 biscuits or 25, 30 biscuits would be like, the cheapest version would be like 25p. Oh my god.
Please begin! In the UK, it's common for kitchens to come with two sinks. One large sink for the washing up bowl and a small...
I've never actually lived in a house with two sinks. My grandparents do, but they had that built in. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Sink for rinsing things off. Meanwhile, in the United States, it is rather rare to encounter a kitchen with two sinks.
And while we're on the topic, washing up bowls. We've never seen those in America, but every single British home seems to have one.
I was planning on getting one in this house. I don't actually know why I didn't get one. That's probably that is quite true to me.
And one more washing up difference. In the United States, it's standard practice to rinse off your soapy dishes with running
not this
water
again.
before
We've
setting
been
them in
through
the drying
this.
rack. But here in the UK, a fair amount of British people prefer to simply soap off the dish and then set it in the drying rack.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of chemicals, you know. I might be a bit cuckoo, but it's fine. It's fine. I should really learn that. I'm actually now, because of these videos, I'm realizing, yeah, I'm actually gonna have to clean this properly so I don't end up like getting some sort of illness or feeling weird.
without any rinsing involved.
So I've changed that up.
For
I have.
you, do you or do you not rinse the soap suds off before putting your dishes in the drying rack?
If you're a Brit, you say oregano. If you're an American, you say oregano.
I don't even know what I
phrase
say.
fooling around means very different things on each side of the pond. In the UK, fooling around means joking. I'm just joking with you. But in the United States, fooling around with someone implies sexual activity.
Along similar lines, in many
Wait,
parts
what?
of the UK, to knock someone up means to wake them up. Whereas in the United States, to knock someone up means to impregnate them. So this is not something you want to say to someone. I'll knock
Never
you up
actually heard that
tomorrow
term
at 8
either.
a.m.
Knock someone up. I've never heard that either. I'm not lying.
No.
Haven't
I'll
had my
pass.
breakfast yet. Too early.
In the UK, toilet water is really low, just a small puddle
This
in
is
the
a
back
crazy
of the toilet.
one as well.
But in the United States, toilet water is akin to a swimming pool.
In the UK, there are specific
The
bathroom
splashback. Oh my. The splashback. Oh man.
plugs, which make it very inconvenient to own any hygiene appliances that have that specific plug because you can only use them in the bathroom.
When it comes to
true.
describing feelings and people, the United States really prefers to use strong adjectives like amazing, awesome, terrible, horrifying. But here in the UK, Brits seem to prefer idioms that turn a regular noun into a dangerous adjective.
For example, taking the mick. In the US, we might say, "Oh,
Taking
I'm
the
just
mick.
teasing," or "I'm just pulling your leg." Although no one really
That's
says
so
pulling your
true.
leg anymore, I don't think.
Speaking of Mickey Bliss, we don't really have an equivalent of Cockney rhyming slang in the United States, which is absolutely radio.
Question for you guys: what is your favorite Cockney rhyming slang? Share that with us down in the comments. In the US, you cover your baby's bum with a diaper, whereas in the UK,
Nappy.
you're using nappy.
If you have a piece of trash, rubbish, then you're either going to be looking for a garbage can in the United States or a bin in the UK.
The longest river in the UK is the River Severn at 220 miles. The longest river in the USA is the Missouri River at 2,341 miles.
I
In the
wonder
UK,
where the biggest UK river would rank in the US. Probably not even like top 100, would it? I mean, maybe. I don't actually know, but I'm probably not, to be honest. Maybe it would. Maybe I'm doing us a bit dirty there, but it's just the US is so big. There's just so many different rivers, but maybe that's a bit too far.
popular crime-solving game is called Cluedo. In the US, this same game is sold under the name Clue.
In the U.
Really? I know there's one, Where's Wally is Where's Waldo in the US. That's quite an interesting
It's not uncommon to find the laundry washing machine in the kitchen. In the US, on the other hand, this
All
is
the
something
time.
that we have never seen.
As for drying machines, in the UK, many homes substitute these for gangly rack things called clothes horses.
Yep.
And speaking
yep,
of drying
me.
machines, in the USA, we call them dryers. In the UK, you guys call them tumble dryers.
So all those people that make fun of us for using two words in garbage can bite me. We've noticed that a lot of British kitchens have two ovens, usually stacked one on top of the other.
See, this is kind of true, but I don't really know why. Some do. I think it's more like the wealthier people have this, to be honest. And I think if you're wealthy, even in the US, you can have this as well. But maybe not, because I've not got one, obviously. My mum hasn't got one. My brother hasn't got one. My dad hasn't got one. So I guess it just depends what kind of money you got. to be honest.
We haven't seen this in the United States, so a question for you guys, why do you have two ovens? Although a reason for this could be that the kitchens are a lot smaller. In the United States, the ovens are considerably
Bigger.
larger.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're
Really?
huge ovens.
Biscuit dunking is a lot
They're
more
bigger.
popular in the UK than it is in the USA. For example, watch our British biscuit video to see just a small sample of the dunking options you have in the UK.
I didn't really get the hype before coming to the UK, but now I totally get it, and I'm not able to stop. British snacks and candy are healthier than their American alternatives. Well, as healthy as sweeties can be. This is because a lot of the carcinogenic chemicals that we use in the United States are banned in the UK. Keep it
What
up,
the
guys.
fuck?
You're doing good work.
Here in Leeds, one of the oldest buildings is Lambert Yard, which was built over 400 years ago. Back in Seattle, on the other hand, the oldest building is Ward House, which was built in 1882. Suffice it to say, there are a lot more old buildings here in the UK. than
I
there
didn't
are
know that
USA.
either.
In the
What
US,
That's crazy.
say our weird drink is root beer. In the UK, your weird drink is either dandelion and
That's crazy to me because like, it just shows how much you've built in such a short amount of time in the US. Like, what? That's blown my mind, man. What the fuck? And I'm talking over this one. I want to see this.
More old buildings here in the UK than
That's
there are
wild,
in the
man.
USA.
In the USA, our weird drink is root beer. In the UK, your weird drink is either dandelion and burdock or iron brew.
I'd be quite willing to give dandelion and burdock a try.
Yeah, we haven't tried it yet, but in one of our future snack reaction videos, we'll probably slip it in.
And now let's talk about circumcision.
Ooh.
In the UK, 8.5% of British men are circumcised. Across the pond, somewhere between 76 and 92% of American men have had their knobs snipped.
To cut a
Why is it such a big difference? I thought it was to do with like cultural things, but I guess it's not. Well, I guess it is because obviously culture in the US, culture in Britain. That's wild. I would not have guessed
long
that.
story
Although I've never thought about that either, so maybe that's probably why.
short.
Oh no!
The reason for this is because the Kellogg's cornflake guy, the guy that invented cornflakes, thought circumcision would help prevent masturbation. And so, yeah.
I think we need to boycott Kellogg.
And speaking of peni, the British have an expansive vocabulary when it comes to slang phrases for their favorite body part.
Oh my days, where do I start? They've said one already, knob. I'm not going to say it because it's probably not going to help. But if they miss them, I'm going to point it out.
For example, knob, plonker, bellend, and meat and two veg are some of my favorites. Share your favorites with us.
Oh, they didn't say
in the
them.
comments.
What?
The UK and the USA
They forgot Whopper, mate. What's happening? What is this? What is my channel coming to?
seem to have different
Schlong.
health rules. For example, in the States,
Oh,
butter
man.
alternatives made from various types of vegetable oils are generally considered to be unhealthy, and people would prefer to have actual butter, or at least such is the case nowadays. Whereas in the UK, butter alternatives are very, very popular.
Another one of these health culture differences has to do with soy. In the United States, soy products are considered to be unhealthy, but here in the UK, soy products are extremely popular, and if you're
Wait, so is soy actually healthy then? Because I have soy yogurts because I can't handle dairy. I used to have soy milk, but I now have almond milk. But is soy actually? What the? Is that just because obviously the US thinks it's seen as unhealthy, but here it's seen as healthy. So what actually is it? That's crazy. What the fuck?
If you're looking for a milk alternative from your favorite coffee shop, you're probably gonna be stuck with only soy.
In the USA, behind nearly every great toilet is a great plunger. And it's true, it is pretty big actually. In contrast to the UK, where we've actually never seen a plunger residing behind a toilet.
This is because the piping systems in American toilets are a lot smaller than the ones in the UK, resulting in more clogs. In the UK, tea is more popular than coffee. In the United States, it's exactly the opposite. Despite this, we think that outside of standard black tea, American tea is significantly better than British tea.
Controversial, we know, but it is true. I have yet to find a decent Earl Grey or chai tea here.
Also, the British infusion tea game is pretty weak. When it comes to things like chamomile, lemon and ginger, and herbal teas, we've found that British tea bags are very weak. It tastes a lot like flavored water, and sometimes you have to steep it for minutes, like 5, 6, even
I'll forget door quickly. I'm gonna be back.
10 minutes before it acquires something of a strong flavor. Compare this with American tea bags, where you can put in a lemon and ginger tea bag. 2 minutes later, you take it out and you have some
Turns out,
potent lemon and
I
ginger
don't have to
tea.
go because
Now
my
let's-
girlfriend's gone. Thank God for that. I'm not even gonna cut it out. Did you hear the door? I don't know if you can hear the door ring when I do videos. I don't know. We can get back into it. Thank God for that.
Something of a strong flavor. Compare this with American tea bags.
But I'm interested because I like herbal teas, green tea. I went through a phase of loving like matcha tea, chamomile tea. From what he's saying, maybe it's true, and maybe I do need to try the US ones to really understand. Because I always thought our ones were decent, but I've got nothing to compare it to, so I can't really say.
Bags where you can put in a lemon and ginger tea bag. 2 minutes later, you take it out and you have some potent lemon and ginger tea. Now let's talk about offensive words. These vary a bit on each side of the pond. For example, in the United States, Fanny is a perfectly fine name. No one will think twice if you have the name.
Oh my God! I remember when I was younger, I had this conversation with my nan, and she was like, this is when I was like 8, 9 years old, and me and my brother were just laughing because she was telling us about how years ago that like the name Fanny would just be normal, and it probably still is to like many people, but we were just laughing because obviously I don't know. He's gonna explain it. That just brings me back to the old days.
Name
man.
Fanny. Well, it does sound a bit old. And
It does sound
vintage.
really old. The only Fannies you would meet would be about 100.
Yes.
Oh no, that sounds horrible.
Meanwhile, over here in the UK, Fanny is definitely not something you want on your birth certificate.
Also, the name Randy. In the UK, you guys have quite an expansive range of names for the restroom. You guys might call it the loo, the toilet, the WC, the ladies and gents,
The lavatory.
the lavatory, things like that. Whereas in the US, we would just call it the bathroom or the restroom.
When an
Sometimes you call it the bathroom. I used to call it the bathroom in school, but then they always corrected me. So, I mean, I sort of got corrected by my surroundings. I used to say bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom, sir? And they were like, bathroom? There's no baths here. And I'm just like, oh, can I go to the toilet?
American woman is pregnant, she will often refer to what's inside her womb as the baby. The baby is not feeling well today. The baby is kicking a lot today. Whereas here in the UK, we've heard a lot of British mums refer to their bump as just baby. As in, baby is not feeling well today. Baby did not like what I ate for dinner.
In the UK, it is common to drink hot Ribena if you aren't feeling well. In the States, our equivalent would probably be warm lemon water with honey.
No. That's not true. I don't think I've ever had Ribena hot ever. Lemon and tea is the way to go. A bit of ginger. Maybe some people, but I'm telling you now, that is not a common thing in the UK. We're not that weird.
Or Sprite.
Or Sprite?
Or chicken soup.
Yeah, I guess
Chicken soup? Yeah, that's it, man. We're not that weird.
you
Fucking hell.
drink chicken soup when you're not feeling well.
Both the United States
Although
and the UK.
I have heard of hot Ribena, but I don't think it's a very common thing. But again, I might be just speaking from my own perspective, maybe. But that is a weird one for sure.
They have a big second-hand shopping culture. But in the US, we call these thrift stores, whereas here in the UK,
Thrift
they're
shop.
called charity shops.
Macklemore.
The vast majority of Americans do not use the C word. This
Oh,
is in contrast
neither.
to the UK, where we feel like
Everyone.
the C word
But this should be, I think, well, it probably is in our dictionary, but this is probably the most used swear word in the UK. Probably for me as
makes
well,
an
I'm gonna be
appearance.
honest. It's weird because some people find this word so offensive, and I've just sort of grown up around it. I don't know. I've never found it that offensive, but again, I can't speak for it, but I don't know. It is used a lot here, man.
Often in television or in comedy. For example, within the first couple of minutes of sitting down and watching the first episode of The Crown, the C word made an appearance.
It wouldn't be British otherwise.
That's a good series.
Brits call each other mate, whereas Americans call each
Mammy.
other man, bro, or dude.
Nah, we say mate here a lot, but I say man and bro a lot as well. Man a little less. I say man a lot more over text, but bro, that's probably my most used one.
It's common to steal bar glasses in the UK.
Yep.
Not so common in the States. Try it, I dare you.
Some of my mum's best glasses that she used to have when I was younger were the ones that she stole from the
Americans
pubs.
do love stand-up comedy, but here in the UK, it's taken to a whole other level. British comics make a frequent appearance in movies and media and seem to have a much larger celebrity role than they do in the United States. For example, they frequently appear in dramas, TV shows, and panel shows.
And speaking of panel shows, most of the hosts and participants in British panel shows are comedians. And Brits seem to watch a lot more panel shows than Americans do.
Speaking of quizzes, pub
the
quizzes
older
don't really
generation,
have an
yeah.
equivalent thing in the United States, which is probably why the average Brit seems to know an astounding amount of trivia. According to the US Census Bureau, only 20% of Americans are able to speak one or more foreign languages. Meanwhile, across the pond, only 38% of Britons are able to do the same.
These
I can't
stats
say.
are pretty sad, especially when compared to the Netherlands, where over 90% of the population can speak at least one foreign language. You guessed it, we're about to talk about today's sponsor, Lingoda.
Oh, they got a sponsor.
Not only-
Shout out, man. Shout out, honestly. I'm going to skip it, but shout out to them getting their money, man. Genuinely. It's good to see. It's good to see. Getting the money. That's what you want to see, man.
For you, you can keep your New Year's resolution realistic by signing up for the Sprint instead. The Sprint will see you on January 15th.
What language are you going to learn? The phrase, leave it with me, when said by an American means, you can trust me, I got this. Whereas when a Brit says it, this is often a sarcastic comment, which means, This will never get done.
In general, when it comes to talking, Brits are significantly more understated than Americans. They also put a lot of emphasis on implying what they mean rather than straight out saying it.
This sign means different things on either side of the pond. This and this mean the same thing in the USA. Peace.
Another variation
What?
is to
Oh,
pound
wow.
twice, kiss your fist, and then so you go. If you're saying goodbye to someone on the other side
In
of
the UK,
room,
that's not the same
and you're too far
thing.
away to say bye, you can just be like,
Oh, okay. I have seen that. For a
Yeah.
minute there, I was a little concerned.
and it means peace out. Like, but in the UK, that would be offensive, I guess.
In the UK, only this means peace, whereas this means
The word cheers can mean thanks in the UK. In the United States, we really only say cheers when banging our wine glasses together.
Oh, no,
in the
I say it
UK,
all the time.
8:30
All the
is
time.
said to mean half an hour after 8. But this is kind of confusing to Americans who don't know whether it means half an hour after 8 or half an hour before 8.
Another time difference, Brits often say things like half past or quarter to without saying
Yep.
the specific hour to which they're referring to. In the United States, we always say these things with the hour.
Bro, they're just describing me at this point. This is a really good one. There's a few ones that I don't necessarily see, but a lot of these I can actually relate
attached. Half past 8, quarter to 9. Like this.
Now let's talk about British things that we don't have in America.
Two more
For
left.
example, blue tits. No, not that kind. This
to. That's
kind.
right.
We don't have robins either. At least not the UK version of robins.
Or nightingales.
Or
Oh, well, shit. 52. We're gonna leave it there. They're talking about birds now. Yeah, this is a really good one. I'm not gonna talk too much because we're gonna get straight into the second part. But I'm liking how in depth this is, man. I really do. I can actually relate to a lot of this stuff. Sometimes with these videos, I can sort of understand it, but I can't necessarily relate. This time I can. I say cheers as a thank you most of the time. Sometimes I say thank you, but cheers is sort of my way of speaking. And other things that they mentioned, I can it's just weird how they're actually getting it correct. Pretty spot on with a lot of things. But yeah, hopefully enjoy this one. Part 2 will be out a couple hours after this one, probably 2 hours like usual. But yeah, hopefully enjoy this one again. Until next time, subscribe. Peace.